Hello everyone, we are going to talk on non-stick cooking utensils. Are they safe for us? Now let's find out what are non-stick cooking utensils. Okay, non-stick cooking utensils are the cookware that coated with PTFE or Teflon, which can prevent other materials from sticking on its surface, and interestingly, the food can be cooked without sticking. Therefore, it can be cleaned easily after use.
So, what material is used to make a non-stick cooking utensils? Let's find out.
Non-stick surface is Teflon. Teflon are also known as PTFE. As you can see on the picture on the left side, Teflon consists of carbon and also fluorine atoms. Teflon is manufactured by process of free radical polymerization process. This process will be further explained on the next slide.
The production of Teflon. Production of Teflon consists of 5 steps. The first step is synthesizing of tetrafluoroethylene or TFE. The main ingredients including hydrofluoric, fluorspar, and chloroform are combined in a chemical reaction chamber and is heated to 590 until 900 degrees Celsius. The resultant gas is then cooled and distilled to remove any impurities. And the second step is suspension polymerization. The chamber is filled with clean, purified water, and a liquefied TFE is directed to the reaction chamber, where it meets with the reaction initiator, the iron, and starts to polymerize into polymer known as polytetrafluoroethylene, PTFE, or Teflon. The circulation of cold water will cool the reaction chamber, and the PTFE will form solid grains. The product is then dried out, and grain become consistent powder. The third step is agglomeration. The PTFE powder with acetone are blended and then dropped into a rotating drum where the grains mix up and stick together. Small pellets will be formed and then taken to an oven and dried. And the next step is molding. PTFE pellets are poured into a mold and is loaded onto a hydraulic press, and after a certain time period, the mold is removed from the press and the PTFE is unmolded. And the last step is sintering. The molded PTFE is heated until 360 degrees Celsius, and the PTFE particles coalesce and the material becomes gel-like and gradually cooled. The finished billet can be sliced or shaved into smaller pieces for further processing.
Chemical and physical properties of Teflon. Chemical properties of Teflon. Teflons are hydrophobic due to its low surface energy, high electronegativity of fluorine atoms, and increased size of polymer orbital form. Next, Teflons are chemical resistant. Chemical structure of the material, which are the bond types of carbon to carbon and carbon to fluorine, are very stable bonds that is difficult to break. Teflons are also UV resistant because of its very strong carbon to fluorine bond and common side bonds that surround the carbon to carbon backbone in the helix and protects it. Physical properties of Teflon. Teflon is white solid at room temperature. The melting point is 337 degrees Celsius. The density is 2200 kg per meter cube. Thermal conductivity is 0.25. Thermal expansion is 112 to 125 times 10 power 96 per Kelvin, and the Young modulus is 0.5 GPa.
Is non-stick cooking utensil safe? Let us see it together. Concern of non-stick cooking utensil is divided into two, which is PFO exposure and the dangers of overheating. PFO is once used to manufacture Teflon, which causes kidney and liver disease. Thankfully, all the Teflon products now have been PFO free since 2013. The dangers of overheating. Teflon will start to break down when it reaches a temperature above 300 degrees Celsius. Once it breaks down, it will release the toxic fumes into the air. This toxic fume will cause polymer fume fever. How to use non-stick cooking utensils safely. First, use wooden stick while stirring the foods. Next, use non-stick cookware at low to medium heat. And lastly, wash the utensil using soft sponge to avoid scratch.